Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Play Rough Slurpuff here, and I'm so excited about these videos that I have coming up. I'm going to be taking every single Pokemon, and I'm going to be doing builds on how you could use them to play through a playthrough, and just what makes them super unique. Now, these builds can be used in any type of playthrough, but I kind of designed them for my own personal playthrough that I made myself called the Pokemon Master Challenge. Links in the description below, but anyways, let's go ahead and hop into this. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is Venasaur and what it's weak to. You see, it's weak to fire, ice, flying, and psychic. It resists water, electricity, and fighting, and then it 1/4 resists grass. Pretty phenomenal. You have 4 weaknesses and 4 resistances. Kind of meets in the middle, so that's really awesome. It's really important to know this, especially if you're going to be using the Pokemon Master Challenge set of rules, just so you don't lose a point. You know when to send in Venusaurs, and you know when to send them back. You know, you can either screenshot this or find a copy online, but this is important information to know. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about Venasaur or Bulbasaur's 2 abilities. You have Overgrow and then Chlorophyll, or Overgrow just being its normal ability. Anytime you have 1/3 HP or less, your grass attacks are going to get 1.5 buff in power, so they're going to get a 50% increase in power. You have the hidden ability Chlorophyll. When sunny weather is activated, your speed is going to be double. So let's look at base stats: 80, 82, 83, 100, 180. You can kind of see that Venusaur is definitely a special attacker and a special defensive Pokemon. It has a base speed of 80. With that Chlorophyll ability, doubling your speed means you're going to have a base 160 in speed, which is pretty phenomenal. Depending on the movesets we're going to go, it's just all dependent on the move pool it actually has. And I actually came up with quite a few sets that I really do like for this Pokemon. I feel there's so many good ways to use Bulbasaur. So with that said, let's just go ahead and hop into this. So this first set that I created is a modest set. It's going to be max special attack. We're not investing EVs because it's just a playthrough. We're not doing a competitive set. But we are going to give it modest just so it gets that extra boost in special attack. So we're going to give it the item Poison Barb, which is going to boost the power of your poison type moves by 20%. Any move that I ever say is going to boost the power of your moves, it's typically 20%. If not, I'll explain it. You're not allowed to use choice bands, choice scarves, anything like that anyways. So Poison Barb is the item of choice for this set. We want the ability Chlorophyll, so that way when Sunny Day is activated, your speed is doubled. An amazing ability in my opinion. And then we have Sludge. You could run Sludge Bomb, however, since we're only running Solar Beam as the other move, as an attacking move, if we ran Sludge Bomb, we'd only have 20 PP altogether from both our attacking moves, meaning we'd be running to the Pokemon Center a lot to replenish those moves, because if you're doing the Pokemon Master Challenge, you can't use Ethers, Exlers, PP Maxes, or Lepa Berries. Now, Sludge is 65 base power, special attack. Modest is going to help with it. Poison Barb is going to help with it. Stab Boost is going to help with it. It's 100% accurate, so you don't have to worry. And it also has a 30% chance to poison. Really cool in my opinion. Then you have Solar Beam, 120 base power, 100% accurate, 10 PP, and it's a grass type special attack move. If you don't have Sunny Day activated, it does take a turn to charge. However, if you have sunny weather on the field, it just automatically hits. It's a really cool move. I love it. Growth is a really neat move because it goes +1 in your physical attack stat and then +1 in your special attack stat. Now, we don't care about the physical attack stat. We only care about the special attack stat in this set. But what makes Growth so cool is when you activate Sunny Day, your special attack and your physical attack goes ×2 instead of ×1, which is really, really cool. Because if you go Sunny Day, then Growth, Chlorophyll gets activated, and then your special attack is doubled as well. So you have double speed and double special attack, making this Pokemon extremely fast and it hitting extremely hard with that Solar Beam or Sludge, whichever move you're going with. This just makes it where you can actually have a special sweeping attack Bulbasaur in the game. I really like this set. Now, if you're also trying to utilize its really high special defense stat, you can run a Calm variant, meaning you're going to maximize its special defense stat. And I have a really cool set that I've made. I've actually ran this set personally myself. It's a Giga Drain set with the move Big Root. I'm sorry, the item Big Root. If you don't know what Big Root does, it means that when you get health back from a move like Giga Drain, you get 1.3 health back. And since Giga Drain is 75 base power, 100% accurate special move, and you get 50% of the health back, Big Root's actually going to give you 1.3 more, so that's 65% of the health back. So look at it this way: if you did 100 damage with Giga Drain, you would get 65 health back instead of just 50 health back, which is really, really cool. It's just going to help with the fact that you have a decent HP stat, a decent defense stat, and a really high special defense stat. Now, I also went with Toxic. That way you can poison some of those really high defensive or special defensive Pokemon, whittling them down little by little. Also went with Amnesia, so that way you can go +2 in your special defense stat. Really just highlighting that base 100. Going ×2 in that means you would have a base stat of 200 in your special defense, meaning this Pokemon's going to be able to sit in on pretty much anything that's a special attacking move that it's not weak to. And then you have the last move, Venasaur, which is 65 base power, poison type move, 100% accurate. And guess what, guys? If the target is poisoned, instead of 65 base power, it does 130 base power, which is really, really cool. So you could go Toxic, Amnesia, Venasaur, knock that Pokemon out. Since you aren't going max special attack, you're going max special defense with that calm nature. It just helps to have a move like Venasaur. Now, this next set that I actually created is a timid set, maximizing its speed stat. We're able to do that since it has the ability Chlorophyll, because its 80 base speed isn't really that fast. It's kind of medium tier. Keep in mind this is a playthrough, so you're going to be outspeeding most things. I did write this setup wrong, guys. I gave it the ability Overgrow. I meant to write in Chlorophyll. The item we're holding is Expert Belt, so anytime you have a super effective move against the Pokemon you're going against, it gets a 20% increase in power. So grass type moves are super effective against water, rock, and ground. So if you're facing off against a water type Pokemon, your Energy Ball would get a 20% increase in power. Really, really cool item to hold on to. Now, the first move I went with is Energy Ball, 10 PP, 90 base power, 100% accurate, 10% chance to lower the opponent's special defense stat. Really neat. Then we have Sludge Bomb, first time we're seeing it. It's 90 base power, poison type move, 100% accurate, 10 PP. I keep telling you guys that just because it's only 20 PP with those moves alone, so that's something you got to keep in mind. You can't use this Pokemon terribly a lot without going to the Pokemon Center just to replenish that PP. I keep saying PP a lot, I'm sorry. The next move we have is Sunny Day, just to get that Sunny Weather activated, just to activate that ability Chlorophyll. And instead of going Growth this time, we're going to go Solar Beam, just to have that chance if we do activate the Sunny Weather, we can go ahead and use Solar Beam, which is really cool, because Solar Beam is not something you're going to be able to pull out anytime you want, because if you're going against a Pokemon trainer that just has one Pokemon, you're not going to sit there and go Solar Beam, wait there for it to charge up, and then hit it. You're just going to be like, no, I'm going to hit it with this Energy Ball and keep on going with my adventure. What's really cool about Venasaur is the fact that it can learn Sword Dance. It's a TM that you can get in Ultra Sun and Moon and in Sun and Moon, and what Sword Dance does, if you don't know, is it goes +2 in your physical attack stat. So we are going to be running an Adamant Venasaur. I know its special attack was higher, but if you already have those slots filled on your team and you're looking for a physical attacking Pokemon, you can run a Venasaur. I have the item Miracle Seed to boost the power of grass type moves by 20%, the ability Overgrow to boost the power of grass type moves by 50% when your health is at 1/3 or less, and the move Bullet Seed. Now, you don't see Bullet Seed a lot just because it has 25 base power. However, it does hit twice in a row for sure, so it's 50 base power, and it can hit up to 5 times, which amounts to 125 base power. And what I really, really like about Bullet Seed, guys, is the fact that it gets rid of Sturdy and Disguise. And what's really cool about Bullet Seed is if your HP was at 1/3 or less, you would have a Miracle Seed boost, an Overgrow boost, and a Stab boost, guide, making that Bullet Seed hit incredibly hard. Now, the only drawback with running a physical Adamant Venasaur is the fact that it doesn't learn any poison type physical moves. So I went with Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter is a bug type move that does 40 base power. However, on its second turn, if you use it again, it does 80 base power. And on the third turn, if you use it again, it does 120 base power. So it's a really, really cool move. It just adds some coverage to you. It's not a move that if a Pokemon trainer has 1 or 2 Pokemon, you're going to typically use unless you were to go Sword Dance Fury Cutter, or unless it was super effective against the Pokemon you're going against. However, if the Pokemon trainer had 3 or 4 Pokemon, you could go Fury Cutter, Fury Cutter, Fury Cutter, and start to sweep with Fury Cutter, in my opinion. I already explained Sword Dance, and then the last move I went with is Power Whip. 120 base power, guys, 85% accurate, meaning you're missing 15% of the time. However, you're not using this move a lot. Just because it has a lower physical attack stat, I decided to go with it. Just because it has insane amount of damage. It's very low PP, but with that Miracle Seed, Overgrow, and Stab boost, you should be able to knock out most of anything that doesn't resist this move. Now this next set, I actually gave it the wrong nature. I was trying to go impish plus defense minus special attack. I feel the more we go, the worse these sets actually get. But if you were looking for a physical defensive Pokemon and Venasaur is a Pokemon that you needed on your team, you could definitely run one. You could run it with the item Leftovers, replenishing your health 1/16 each turn. The ability Overgrow, which I've already explained what it does. The move Seed Bomb, which is 80 base power, 100% accurate grass type physical move. Only 10 PP, keep that in mind. And then Fury Cutter, explained what that did. And then Curse, which is going to go +1 in attack, +1 in defense, and then -1 in speed. So you could actually go plus defense minus speed nature, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then the last move we have is Leech Seed, and that is to stack with Leftovers. If you don't know what Leech Seed does, is when you Leech Seed an opponent's Pokemon, you drain 1/8 of their HP each turn, while replenishing your HP 1/8 each turn. Sorry, stumbling over my words. So this is a physically defensive Pokemon set that I rather enjoy, and if you needed it, you could use it. Alright, so this last set is literally just a bit of randomness I kind of threw together. I saw that Venasaur got access to Work Up, which a lot of Pokemon do. If you don't know what Work Up does, it goes +1 in your physical attack stat and +1 in your special attack stat. Kind of like Growth, but however, when you have Sunny Weather activated, it doesn't go +2. It's just +1 no matter what. Went with the item Normalium Z, so you could go Normalium Z Work Up, which is actually going to go +2 in your physical attack stat, +1 in your special attack stat. I did that just because your special attack stat is higher than your physical attack stat, and this is going to be a mixed attacker, having both special attack moves and physical attack moves. So we're running with Giga Drain just to do 75 base power, 100% accurate, get some of that health back to really highlight the fact that you have rather well defense and really high special defense and a rather well HP stat. And then I ran with Sludge Bomb, 90 base power, 100% accurate, and that 30% chance to poison. Really cool move just because if you're going against a high defense or high special defense Pokemon, if you can poison them, that's always a bonus. And then Work Up, already explained it. And then Power Whip, you already know. I'm just trying to help out with that 80 base power and that physical attack stat. Power Whip just does insane amounts of damage. 125 base power is ridiculous. And if you go Work Up Z move, Normalium Z Work Up, and go +2 in your physical attack stat, and then go Power Whip, I really don't see a lot of Pokemon living that. Alright guys, that's all the movesets I came up with. Keep in mind, you don't have to run these movesets exactly how they are. You can switch up items and moves to whatever you want to do to your own preference for sure. If you guys have any better in mind, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Also, go check out my Twitter. Tweet me some of your movesets. I definitely love to see you guys' movesets. If you do one, I'm doing every single Pokemon. So if you do one for a Pokemon that I'm going to do in the future, I might even feature it. Anyways, guys, if you're wondering how I get these sets on level 5 Venasaur, because you're like, level 5 Venasaur can't learn Sludge Bomb, in the tutorial on the Pokemon Master Challenge video, which is in the description below, you can go check it out, watch that video. It'll explain how I get these Pokemon with these movesets at such low levels. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see y'all next time. Peace.